Only Buffalo's gonna win it, folks.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
The Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl, yeah.
Now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on, come on.
Say you will.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast, and we're excited today, of course, because we got a huge win this past weekend, and I have my guys with me. You see them down here below, Rad, a.k.a. All Purpose Rad, a.k.a. Turn into Optimistic Rad. Rad, what's up with you?
The last part, but I'm good, man. You know what I mean? I'm wearing grammar and I'm wearing a different color than black. So, that means I'm good. That means the Bills won. So I'm ready to pod. Let's go.
Absolutely, absolutely. And our guy, Mills, a.k.a. Dirty Mills. Mills, what's up, man?
Dirty Mills.
Your beard. It's your beard.
Oh, I can't ever catch your brother, man. But that's another story for another day. I'm good, man. Happy to be here. Shout out to Rad. I had a black tee on. I said, let me change it, man. The Bills won. I put on the blue joint. We got flavor, so I changed over to the blue joint.
We definitely got flavors. And before we kind of get into that, Mills, if you can, please let the people know who is sponsoring this show today.
This show is brought to you by Buffalo Wing King. Being from Buffalo, there's two things the guys over here at Buffalo. Oh, let me start over. Wow.
We need Matt. We need Matt, man. We need Matt.
All right. This show is brought to you by Buffalo Wing Kings. Being from Buffalo, there's two things that guys over here at Overdue Bills Pod know, and that's Bills football and wings. Our first choice and our best choice is Buffalo Wing Kings. At Wing Kings is Wings 101. With over 101 flavors of wings and a beloved Wing of the Month special, Wing Kings is sure to school any other wing place around. Opening a new location in the University District on Main Street, available for Bills games, parties, or just everyday lunch or dinner wing cravings. Stop by their Elmwood Village location at 484 Elmwood Avenue, or give them a call at 716-248-1427 and find out why they say, and we know, they have the best wings in town, hands down. And when you get there, don't forget to state that you were sent there by the Overdue Bills podcast, and they will give you 10% off your order.
Okay, so that took about an hour, but shout out to Buffalo Wing Kings. Shout out to Matt, who normally, is here and is doing our pre-rolls. And shout out to Mike, he in the comments. Shout out to our guy, Mike, as well. Listen, we got a little bit of housekeeping that we need to do. Merch. The merch is going crazy. We just got the pack. Shout out to Hefe. You see it, all different sizes, colors, shapes, flavors. Listen, we got what you need. And I'm not sure, do I have clearance to let the people know what's going on or no?
Nah, I think we're going to hold off. We're going to roll out. We got to roll out. Don't step on the rollout.
Okay, I don't want to step on a rollout. I told y'all I was going to announce Monday, but I'm going to announce the announcement. And we have an announcement coming later on in the week. And listen, listen. It's about to get crazy. We about to let y'all, you know what I'm saying? We taking everybody to the next level with us. But so listen, but still, we still got merch, on hand. So please hit us up for that. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, platform you on. We there. We got you.
The website.
Also, too, yeah, OverdueBillsPod.com, OverdueBillsPod.com.
Ping it in the comments, Mike.
Yeah,
they're gonna put in the comments for y'all, man.
What you
say?
Can
get your merch. You can get your. I'm just saying you can get your merch from there. I just, that's the place we prefer you to get your merch from. The online store. We got the store set up. Shout out to Mike D. You know what I'm saying? As you finish though, I'm sure you about to finish do all that. But
I was gonna say that, but I thought you said I couldn't say that.
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying. My bad.
Oh no,
I thought you was talking about something else. My bad.
Oh no, I was not talking about that. So yeah, so listen, OverdueBillsPod.com. We got the store set up. Absolutely, you can go get your merch there. Whatever you need, we got some different flavors. We got some different things on there. So please go on the website and check us out. All right.
Keep going to the website. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open.
Absolutely. Let's do this. Quick question of the day. Let's get into this recap show. Quick question of the day. I'm gonna ask Mills first. Mills, is the Buffalo Bills the best team in the AFC right now?
That's a great question. I would say yeah. At this point, I think we have what it takes to beat anybody on any given Sunday. We saw yesterday that Kansas City is vulnerable. We see that Baltimore is vulnerable. We see that Tennessee is vulnerable. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're winning games, but they're struggling a little bit. And I think we have what it takes to own the AFC. We know that Kansas City just signed Josh Gordon, but I doubt he lasts the rest of the season. So to answer your question, yeah, we're the best team in the AFC as of today.
Okay, right. How you feel about it?
Yeah, we on that short list. I think that Pittsburgh loss. I know that they were short some people, and Big Ben, I guess, hurt. But Big Ben is terrible. So that Pittsburgh loss is still giving me like, come on, we got to beat Pittsburgh. But I think we on the short list, top 3. I think another game like this from Josh showed that we are getting better. I think we got the potential to be the best team. Obviously, I think the Chiefs looking a little light. And the AFC is not that tough. So do I think we're one of 2 of the best teams in the AFC for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting there. It's gonna be interesting to see, where the Bills go from here, because after this, cakewalk, we got this game coming up Sunday. We got 2 difficult games against 2 real teams. So we'll see. I'll refrain to, give my answer there. But if you're in the comments, I asked the question, is the Buffalo Bills the best team in the AFC? Feel free to answer it. Shout out to you, Brad. We give love to everybody. So shout out to you. So let me ask y'all this. Let's get into this recap. Buffalo Bills 43, the Washington football team 21. And listen, shout out to the Tay and Todd Washington football podcast. We had Todd on as a guest, last week, and he put out some things, this week, about the game. So if you can't check that out, Tay and Todd, the Washington football podcast, shout out to him for coming on. But so let me ask you this, Rad, can you give me some, like, maybe 1 or 2 notable plays that you had during the game that kind of stands out to you or stood out?
I can go to obvious, the first Emmanuel Sanders touchdown where Josh scrambled to his right, and threw a pass that only few people can make, and he got it right into him. Only where only where Emmanuel Sanders can catch it. That was the type of play that you see Josh, when Josh making those plays, we having a good day. His confidence is high. He's keeping that them all script plays that he make. You know what I mean? So that play was obviously amazing. And also, was it Tyron Johnson interception, I believe, or the first interception?
Yes.
No. Yes, the first.
It was Poyer and whatchamacallit.
Poyer
and High got the pick.
Yeah, Poyer and High.
Sorry, the first one was probably Poyer.
He got that one got called back. The one you're referring to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the first interception, it was just like, I just saw it all happen, and it was just like, okay, it just showed that how dominant was playing, how good our defense looked. Just those 2 plays, just shows, the greatness of our team. I think those 2 plays, it shows how our season gonna go. I think Josh gonna throw a lot of touchdowns. I think our defense is gonna be gonna have turnovers this year, a lot of turnovers.
So Mills,
secondary is looking real good, real good.
Mills, what play stuck out to you?
2 plays for me is first play I'll go is the Logan Thomas fumble. Our defense was did what they had to do. The player was trying to fight, to break a tackle. Trey White came out there and punched the ball out to get us a fumble. That play stood out to me. And secondly, Isaiah McKenzie. We pay you a lot of money to catch the ball, secure the ball, to kick off. I understand it was windy out there, but you got to pinpoint the ball. You got to catch that ball. That stood out to me too, man.
We're gonna get to that.
That was a terrible turnover, and it shouldn't happen. We had something like that before. Remember, they kicked the ball and it like landed on a 1-yard line, and they scored on a kickoff. It was like a couple years ago. I don't know if y'all remember that play. I forgot who he was playing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, we've been good lately, so
Yeah.
I forget about the losing seasons. When you good, you forget all about the losing seasons, bro. I don't care about those.
So let me ask y'all this: if we could get into some players of the game, because we know Cole Beasley, the Emmanuel Sanders, had a day out there. Obviously we had some interceptions by Hyde and Poyer. Two top safeties in the league. So let me ask you, Mills, can you give me a player of the game? I guess you could give me it on both sides of the ball, or however you want to look at it.
Well, I'm just gonna go to the coaches, to be honest with you. Our offensive line coach will be my player of the game. We did an amazing job. We didn't let up any sacks on Josh Allen. He wasn't running for his life. I think he only scrambled like maybe 3 or 4 times, and the one time was when he scored a touchdown, and it was like an 8-yard run. So we did an amazing job, holding that front four with some amazing, defensive linemen. So my offensive got to go to the offensive coordinator, and defensively, it's tough. It's tough for that because we played a lot of team ball. You can tell that the guys were communicating out there and do whatever they had to do to, force turnovers and just, contain Washington to 12 points I think they had? Was it 14, 12, something like that. Mm-hmm. They didn't score much. But I'll give it to, I'm going to give it to Trey Edmonds only because it's kind of hard to make a decision when you have a team that played, as great as we did. But the middle linebacker is the leader of the team, the defensive side of the ball. For the most part, they call it shots. They call it strength. They're the center of the defense. They're supposed to be the heart. He has some good plays out there. So I'm just going to give it to Trey Edmonds just because he is the center of our defense.
So let me ask you this, because I was talking to somebody at my job, and they had some criticizing words for Trey Edmonds. And one of the things that they said is him being in his 5th year, they still believe that he's still playing like a rookie, that he's always a step late. That Milano, kind of had his hand in, everything that was going on. But when it comes to Edmonds, it seems like, he'll get to the play, but he'll get there late. He's not there all the time. Do you feel that way? And when I say out of these first 3 games, since you said that, do you think that Edmonds is kind of, pushing himself toward that contract extension or that contract that we're supposed to be giving him? How do you feel about that?
I don't see the growth, but I see the consistency. He's not struggling. It's kind of hard. It's hard to play middle linebacker.
Yes,
because
Mills,
like I said,
we know that.
You're the center.
That's
why
we picked him first.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why.
What I'm saying, you're in the center of the field. A lot of teams don't run in between the tackles that much anymore. Everything is outside the tackle. A lot of screens and stuff like that. So for the most part, you are the cleanup man. You're going to be late to a lot of plays because you're there for the DN and outside linebacker to turn that player up so you can make that tackle and stuff like that. So for them to say that, he's late on a lot of plays, I disagree with that. But I will say that he's kind of timid. He needs to, get a little more sense of urgency with him and
Rad, get in here.
More push.
Rad, get in here, because
I
don't want to argue with you, Mills. I don't want to argue this early in the show. So Rad, let me ask you this: let me say this? I said a player of the game. The coaches are not players, but anyways, so Rad, who was your player of the game? What player stuck out to you the most?
Man, I'm gonna go one of the pass catchers. I was gonna go obviously, Sanders had a good game. And Dr. Knox had a good pass. But I'm gonna go Beasley. I like Beasley being consistently there, always third downs, always open, being pretty much Josh gave him he had like 12, 13 targets, caught like 11 of them. Even when they bracket and off, Diggs always having those 1A, 1B type
Subway has so
players,
much to do. I couldn't
like a Beasley to always consistently go to. Emmanuel Sanders make big catches. Shout out to Dr. Knox. That was a great catch he made. It was a great catch he made. So yeah, for me, it's the pass catchers, total all the pass catchers, but I'm gonna lean towards Cole Beasley. Because he was just consistently open. Cole Beasley's consistently open. He make tough catches all the time, and he's one of the better side wide receivers in the league. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Cole Beasley.
I like that. I'm not opposed to that. I really don't have a necessarily. I mean, I think in all facets, all phases of the game, the Bills played good. They played against an inferior opponent, and we did what we were supposed to do. But at the same time, I guess we're gonna go into our give and take segment. Certain things that we're gonna, keep, certain things that we're gonna, give away. So let me ask you this, Rad. Can you name some things that you liked? I know you talked about Cole Beasley. Was it the passing game? Was it the running game? And name some things that was like, okay, this may be problematic going forward.
The things I like, obviously, just Josh making his throws. The biggest difference between Miami and this one for me is just Josh. Josh is making his throws. If Josh is making his throws, we're gonna score 30 plus points. It's period. But our defense is better that where maybe we don't always need 30 points from the offense. So if something I want to take is that, our defense, playing good. Our secondary, I think, is excellent. I think Poyer, Hyde, even Levi and Trey, obviously, even with Teron Johnson, we got one of the top slot cornerbacks in the league in Teron Johnson that's not talked about. So I think our secondary is excellent, and I think our front four is young. He's younger, but they getting there. And Trey, like I said, Trey is young. Obviously, Milano coming on. I think they gonna be fine. But I think our back half has been excellent this year so far. So yeah, that's what I want to. That's definitely what I want to take with me. What I want to leave. What do I want to leave? Mills hitting on the special teams, but I think that was just a fluke play. You know what I mean? I think he just lost it. He didn't really, the ball just did some crazy stuff in the air. I think he lost it. So, I think the game was fine. I don't think nothing we did was so egregious that I didn't want to leave it out. But so I just take, the way our secondary been playing. I take that every day, all day.
Nils.
Like I said earlier, our offensive line, they played an amazing game.
Yes, they did.
They stepped up. And they showed that, we belong here. We can go up against the best, Deion Dawkins. I can go up against the best, Feliciano. I can go up against the best. They just play some good ball. Defensive line, we didn't get a lot of pressure. We had one sack the entire game. If this was a better quarterback, a quarterback that can actually,
did we have a sack?
Yeah, one. Star got one.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, we had one sack. It didn't look like he had a lot of pressure on him. He was mobile back there, but if you got a quarterback that actually knows what they're doing, a little seasoned quarterback, they'll make some more big plays. Our front four got to give us some more pressure. That's how most of those teams lost yesterday. Kansas City, they lost. They got a lot of the Chargers were getting a lot of pressure on Mahomes back there. He was making bad decisions. So if we want to win and we want to be the top team in the AFC, we got to get pressure on quarterbacks.
I'll say this. What I like, I think we're trending up, like our defense. I know last year our defense took a step back. We didn't know what happened, but it seems like this year we're kind of, finding our stride. We're stopping the run, and that's impressive to me because we were always a team. Even when we were a top 5 defense, you could still run on the Bills. But we're stopping the run, and we played against some, decent runners. Antonio Gibson is a good runner. Mm-hmm. So, I was happy that we're stopping the run still. And another thing that I definitely will take is Josh Allen, man. This is the Josh Allen that I've seen last year. This is that guy. The guy that we've seen in these last 2 games, he wasn't that guy. It was quiet for him. I was over him. I thought he was a fraud. But no, seriously, this person that I saw, yesterday, he was – making those throws, like the throw to Emmanuel Sanders, that was the throw that I was waiting for to see. It was a touch pass, 2 defenders around, but he got it in there. He made that, like he did what he needed to do. And that's what I appreciate. So Josh Allen for me, if I did have to give a game ball, it would be him because he's doing the things that I know he can do. And that's the only way we're going to win the Super Bowl. Josh Allen is this great. Also, I do like our running game. Zach Moss and Singletary, I think we can do something with that. We can do something with that. It's not bad. We can do something with that. So I think just handing the ball off sometimes, just being
understanding that I think both of those guys are decent. They're not bad as everybody say they are. I think the opportunities has been low last year. It was low level opportunities. I think it's going to be better. And they're going to give you what they give you. You know, I think around 5 yards of carry is something that we should be
tough runners.
For. Yeah, and they tough, man. Yeah.
I'll say this though. How do y'all feel about Gabe Davis not being involved in the offense? I know we hyped up Gabe Davis a lot. Mm-hmm. He was our touchdown getter, and he's just really non-existent. How do y'all feel about that?
It's crazy though, because when he's out there, he's making big plays. Like when they put him out there yesterday, it was like 3rd and long, and that's who Josh went to for the 3rd and long. I wouldn't say I'm upset about it because, as you can see, we can still put up numbers with the players that we have out there. Mm-hmm. But I think it'll give us the capability to stretch the field out a lot more with him being out there. Because we know, like you preach, you don't like tight ends, so.
That's not true. I never said I never liked tight ends. No, I said I didn't like Dawson Knox because he was trash for a long time. But since you brought him up, let me ask Rad, how do you feel about Dawson Knox? He had a good game.
Yeah, that's why I think the Gabe Davis thing is, because we're going 3 wides, and I think Emmanuel Sanders obviously been balling, Cole Beasley and Diggs. I mean, them the 3 guys who going away, and we going with Knox, and we've been going with Knox for obviously we gonna be able to run with that set for the tight end more so than a 4 wide receiver if you're gonna bring in Davis, and I'm fine with that because it still have the ability to run the ball if we need to run. Because if people playing cover two man on us, we still have the ability to run and not just gonna have 4 receivers out there. So I'm fine with that. And Emmanuel Sanders is playing great. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that our 4th receiver is somebody of quality like a Gabe Davis. So if we need to go 4 wide or if somebody go down, Emmanuel Sanders, Beasley, Diggs, they all have been injury prone in the past. I think having Gabe Davis as our 4th receiver, is great. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna come in, he gonna replace whoever he needs to replace in that offense, and I think that's a problem to have. So I'm not mad at it at all.
So let me ask you this: do y'all think that the Antonio Gibson 3-yard screen pass is that an aberration? Was that a fluke, or is it something that we need to be worried about?
I can go. I think it's 2 things for me. I think Antonio Gibson is a good running back, and he should just be involved in more of that type of things with the Washington football team in general. I think it's more so about that. I think it's more so about Antonio Gibson is one of the people that can make that play because he's, he was fast. We couldn't catch him. I think he's that good of a player. Yeah, he's that good of a player. And no, I don't think I think it's more so, not saying fluky, but you know what I mean? It was, a 78-yard screen pass. You know what I mean? That's like, it was like some, only, who do that? Derrick Henry do that sometimes. Like it doesn't happen that often. So I'm not sweating it as much. But I think Antonio Gibson is that good. If getting those opportunities actually is that good. So yeah.
Mills.
I agree with Rat. And I mean the screenplay is if it's ran, the proper way, it can get you 50 yards, a touchdown, especially with those front linemen out there. Lead blocking, it can get you positive yardage at any given moment. It's hard to defend. It's hard to defend when you got 300-pound people out there, blocking and trying to, I guess, what's the word? Hide a smaller defender behind them. It's hard to defend. So it was a great play call. They took, they capitalized on it. I wouldn't say it's fluke. I mean, we just got to make the play at the end of the day.
All right, I think we kind of button up the game. So before we kind of get into a slight preview of the Houston game, it's really not really there. But I did want to ask a question. I want to go to our expectation versus a reality segment for this because I want to talk about the AFC standing. I know I asked us, about the Buffalo Bills. You know what I mean? As far as how we feel about, us being the best team in the AFC, but. I kind of want to look at the division and kind of do a little bit of compare and contrast in our expectation versus reality segment. But before we do that, Mills, can you please tell the people who is sponsoring this expectation versus reality segment? Can you do that for me or no?
I got you. This segment is brought to you by the good people at Buffalo Pet Supply. Do you have a pet, looking into getting a pet, or know someone who has a pet? Then there's only one place to send them for everything to make that pet live his best life, and that's Buffalo Pet Supply. Specializing in fish, small animals, and reptiles, the knowledgeable staff at Buffalo Pet Supply can get you set up or to maintain whatever setup you have. Stop down to see the family-owned and operated staff located at 1345 Military Road in Kenmore, New York, or give them a call at 716-874-1951. And just like Wing Kings, if you use our name, you'll get 10% off your order. And it looks like they have an alert this week. For this week, the good people at Buffalo Pet Supply are giving away for free a male beta fish with any purchase when you mention the Buffalo Overdue Bills podcast. So they're giving away a free male beta fish with any purchase as long as you mention our podcast over here at Overdue Bills.
Shout out to Buffalo Pet Supply, where we believe here at the Overdue Bills show that your expectation is their reality. Shout out to Buffalo Pet Supply. Definitely mention the Overdue Bills podcast name. But listen, let's get into this because the reality is, when we look at the AFC standings, Denver Broncos is 3-0. The Las Vegas Raiders is 3-0. Cincinnati Bengals is 2-1. Tennessee Titans is 2-1. We got some other 2-1 teams in that, range. And obviously we know that Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, they're 1-2. But, we know they're not going anywhere. But I want to go to you, Rad, first. Rad, how do you think we fare up with these teams? Because it looks like to me the AFC is kind of up for grabs. When you look at a Denver, when you look at, the Raiders, like these are, new teams in the past, 3-4 years that necessarily haven't been there. So how do you feel about that?
I think I'm interested in Raiders, right? Because I think Derek Carr was at one point, was ascended to be a really good quarterback. He had his downward times, and they got Gruden, who had Super Bowl teams, Super Bowl caliber winning teams. So I'm interested in them because been there, done that in some facet. No other body. Cleveland. I was high on Cleveland. I think their running attack and their front four is formidable. But besides really, and obviously the Chiefs. I still think the Chiefs are still the class of the AFC. And the Bills, obviously. But besides that, the Broncos, I'm not really high on. I know Teddy Bridgewater doing this thing right now. But I'm not. They're gonna be a tough out. At the end of the day, I think they're a tough out. They might squeak in, with the extra playoff spots. They might get you to one there, but I'm not, really impressed with them. So yeah, it's really a couple teams. I think Pittsburgh is not good. I think Lamar Jackson and them, they just too many hurt injuries. And I don't think Tennessee is good. They got a good offense, but I don't think they're a good team per se. So I think it's really, it's the Bills. I think it's the Bills, the Chiefs, and for me, I like Cleveland, and I'm outside looking at the Oakland Raiders, really, but not really. Las Vegas Raiders, but not really. But so that's the teams. I think Chargers too young. But I think those are teams. I think it's really the Bills, the Chiefs, and Cleveland is really the class of the AFC.
So, Bills, let me ask you this: do you think that the Buffalo Bills experienced last year? I guess in the last 2 years, right? Last year we got to the AFC Championship game. The year before that, we was in the playoffs, had a real tough game against the Houston Texans, who we're about to play. I guess talk about it in a second. Do you think that our experience kind of will help us? Because when you look at the people, that's kind of around us, none of those quarterbacks really have any experience in these pressurized situations. And Josh Allen was there last year. So, Mills, how do you feel about that?
I think we'd be good. Not just for Josh Allen, but as a whole. Most of the players we got this year are the same players from last year, with an addition of a Super Bowl winning, wide receiver in Emmanuel Sanders. Our coaching staff is the same as last year. I think we'll do what we have to do to win, the game. When we get to that big moment, you can tell we had, some type of, fear behind us, or I guess you can say, when we got to that championship game, we're kind of, holding back. I think that, that was an experience for us, and we learned a lot from it. And if we get put in that same position again, I think we'll do what we have to do and actually get that Super Bowl appearance.
So let me just do this real quickly. I wasn't going to, but I guess let me just ask y'all briefly. We don't really have to talk about it. We played the Houston Texans Sunday, 1 o'clock. How do y'all feel about the game?
I think we'll be another blowout.
The line came in at 17 and a half.
That was crazy.
17
and a half. I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm definitely taking Houston. I'm sorry. I'm definitely taking Houston.
Nuts.
I'm taking Houston 17 and a half, like right now as we speak.
Yeah, that is
That's crazy.
I mean, I understand being a two touchdown. I understand the Houston coming in as a 2 touchdown dog. Obviously, the 3.5 plus, the home field goal. They always give you 3.5 for the home team. So I understand that. But I think we're gonna win by 2 touchdowns. We should win by 2 touchdowns. 17.5 is a lot, but we still definitely should win by 2 touchdowns.
So you taking Houston too?
No, I think we should probably gonna cover. It's tough cover, but we probably gonna cover.
17
Houston is
and
not,
a half.
bro. David Mills is the quarterback, bro. We home. We who you think better, Houston or the Washington football team?
Houston.
I think really. I don't think
with
so.
Tyrod Taylor. With Tyrod Taylor, I think they are, but they're not with Davis Mills. You're right.
Yeah, I think Houston is not a better team. So I think I can definitely see us winning by 20 points. So that's nothing. That'd be tough. It's a tough thing in the NFL game always. Like I can see we winning by 20 points. Davis Mills not good. Brandon Cooks is the only person they got on their team. Their running game is really not effective. It's like 3 yards in a cloud of smoke. And it's really just Brandon Cooks or bust. So yeah, I think we should blow them out.
We'll see. But before we do that, Mills, we definitely got to do this for the people. Mills, can you let the people know who won the contest? And then let the people know what contest we are talking about.
Shout out to Rich Barrows. Sorry if I mispronounced your last name, but Rich was the one that won our contest this week. He did not get the score correctly, which a lot of people probably didn't, but he was the closest to the total yardage. The Bills had a total of 481 yards, and he had 444 marked down. So shout out to Rich. He is our winner. We'll be in contact with you if Matt hasn't already done it, so you can claim your reward. This week, contest is the same. Nothing has changed. The contest for this week is a chance for you to win a $30 gift card to Buffalo Wing King.
And y'all know wings expensive. $30 go a long way, bruh. Go a long
$30.
way.
And it's easy to enter. All you got to do is tag the Overdue Bills podcast, like our page, share the post. This post that we're going to clip right now. You're going to share this post. You're going to predict the score of the Bills versus the Houston Texans game. And you're also going to put how many yards total that you think the Bills will have at the end of the game. If nobody predicts the score, it goes to the total yardage for the tiebreaker. That's typically what, it came down to for, the last couple of weeks was a tiebreaker. Nobody really predicted the score right.
I don't know. Have anybody ever predicted the score right?
I don't believe so.
I think
But we'll see if somebody does. If somebody does predict the score right, if somebody does predict the score right, I'm going to match that $30 gift card for Wing Kings, and we're going to give y'all $60 to get y'all some wings.
I was about to throw in a T-shirt. You talking about, all right, Mills. All right.
Nah, I'm going to match the 30, man.
That's the 30.
The score.
Shout
out for 30.
Score.
Shout out to the Overdue Bills, man. Shout out to the Overdue Bills podcast. Listen,
we're going to match that 30.
Absolutely.
Match that 30.
Absolutely. Listen, we appreciate y'all for being on. We ask you again, please like and share this video. This live, I guess, on YouTube and Facebook. But also, listen, Overdue Bills Pod got OverdueBillsPod.com. OverdueBillsPod.com. We got the store set up. We got the merch there. Listen, the inventory is right. Please get your T-shirts, your hoodie. It's hoodie season now. It's getting to that point here in Buffalo. You know what time it is. We got the hoodies on lock. Please hit us up, man. Just go to OverdueBillsPod.com. You can get whatever you need. And as it is customary with every show, we end it with a little. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey.